What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man Chris Jones, NoVACAIN Kennels. Hail to the Redskins, we the champs, yeah, regardless of who we beat, who we didn't beat, we still put in that work and we made it, we the champs. But anyway, this video, man, is pretty much, you're going to have to watch me walk back and forth. I'm actually working, as you can see. I work in a place called the Drapery Shop. You see our books, you see stuff hanging on the wall. Got stuff on the table I need to get off. But pretty much, I'm going to take a quick minute and get this done real quick. Pretty much, look. A lot of people got a lot of talk about these dogs, you know, telling people that their dogs aren't good and telling people that, you know, produce something in your yard and tell people you have nothing in your yard that can compete with, you know, their dog. Let's be honest, man. A lot of these dogs that you're seeing winning these dog shows nowadays, you know, they're high in the rear. I'm noticing roachback dogs, noticing dogs on the back end. They're just completely straight. And when I mean completely straight, I'm not talking about, you know, with the proper structure, you know, the curves that they're supposed to have and stifle and back end and whatnot. These dogs are pretty much looking like this, man. They're straight like a ruler on the back end. So you got the butt that come up like this, you know, this is the dog's back, you know, it comes up. You know, and then it's straight in the back. You know, it's straight down to the ground. You know, people can pick dogs apart all the time. I can pick dogs apart, but a lot of the stuff that I keep hearing is once you produce something in your yard. So let me just put it to you like this: I produce dogs in my yard. What I produce in my yard is quality dogs. You know, my dogs don't have high rears, or let me rephrase that. My dog, A-Bay, she has a slightly higher rear, but it's not high like these dogs that are winning these championships, which I don't. You see how these dogs are champions anyway. But you know, when I bred that dog, I bred that dog to a cleaner dog. I bred that dog to my boy King Kane, which was a cleaner dog. What my boy King Kane lacked was that muscle mass that I felt that a male dog should have. Now, I always tell people, and I still say it to this day, if my boy King Kane was a female, man, like, it'd have been no bitches out there that could have touched him. You know, serious. If he was a bitch, it would have been no bitches that could touch that bitch. But it was a male. And what I noticed by, you know, breeding him to other dogs is that he threw more clean dogs. You know, he cleaned up some areas that I needed cleaned up. So, you know, the plan was to breed and to make A-Bay, and A-Bay came around, and A-Bay needed to be fixed. But she lacked in areas that he didn't lack in. And she lacked in areas that I seen him fix with other productions. With A-Bay, she carried things that he lacked in. Like, for her size as a bitch, I wish that he had her mass. So therefore, because the way I did my breeding and the way I studied the dog's pedigrees, I knew that my bitch was able to throw more mass than my male. You know, so now we get to my bitch, Meishong, my black and white bitch with the tan points on her. That bitch is awesome, man. She's a clean dog. She's a classic dog. Yeah, I don't want to hear none of that. You can't turn a classic into an XL or a pocket. Only the fools who keep saying that believe that can happen. Guys like me and people that know what they're doing when it comes to these dogs, we know that mess can't happen. So why y'all keep saying that to people? I don't know. You guys are crazy. But anyway, it cleaned up my dog. It cleaned up. It combined those two dogs and made Meishong. And that entire litter. Is they're not all fire. I'm not gonna lie to you and say they're all fire. Each dog lacks in a area. What I ended up doing, I found the few dogs that didn't lack in those areas that, you know, like the higher rear or the muscle mass. I kept the dogs who looked like that was fixed, or not completely fixed, but was better than the two parents. It pulled genes and traits out of their ancestry to the forefront out of these 4 dogs that I kept around. So to the guys who keep telling people, you can't talk about my dog until you create something, really take a step back. Really look at their dogs. And when they're talking about your dogs, a lot of these people aren't talking about your dogs to bash you. They're talking about your dogs so you can make a better dog. But because of pride, your pride because you want to be the best, your pride because all your friends and family only Friends and family only. Yeah, I noticed that a lot of y'all only go to shows when one of your friends is the judge, or one of your friends is hosting the show, or a group of your friends is going to be there. But anyway, that's a whole nother video. But your friends and family only, they don't count when it comes to making these beautiful dogs. What counts is when you're walking down the street and somebody says, what's the name of that dog? I seen that dog. That's a beautiful dog. Or you walking down the street and they be like, oh my God, that dog is awesome. It's gorgeous. Or you posting photos and people that you do not know are sending you messages saying that's a gorgeous dog. And it's not even the photos that I'm talking about. It's the videos. If you guys pay attention, I do a lot of videos with my dogs. Yeah, it's in my yard. Yeah, it's out in fields. But I do a lot of videos. The reason I do a lot of videos because it really shows my dogs. It shows my dogs in different perspectives to where someone can't say, well, in this picture your dog looked this way, or in this picture your dog looked this way, and you never show this in your dog's picture. That's why I take a lot of video. I put a lot of video out there. You know, this video here is kind of all over the place, but you know, it gets to some points where people need to understand you need to actually take video. You need to actually take this corrective criticism that people are giving you, because some people are really giving you some great advice on how to take your dogs to the next level. A lot of stuff that I learned, I didn't learn from bully people. I've been around the bully since 2006. You know, but I didn't learn a lot of my information from bully people. Where I went to learn my information from was Rottweiler people, German Shepherd people, and game dog people. I'm not talking about UKC, American Pit Bull Terriers. I'm talking about ADBA and Bonafide Kennel Club, dogs like people who raise Jeep dogs, people who raise Frisco dogs, people who raise some real dogs, and know how to put dogs together, know how to structurally put dogs together. When you come to these bully people, a lot of people, man, they only been in these dogs for since 2007, 2008, so they really don't know enough. Yeah, they think they know a lot of stuff because they have the space and they have the ability to buy a bunch of dogs and stick two dogs together. Anybody can stick two daggone dogs together, but when you stick two dogs together and you make a better dog out of those two dogs that you stick together, that's when you're doing something, you know. I salute a lot of people. I'm not going to name people right now because they actually know what they're doing with these dogs. Instead of people being so arrogant, they need to actually take the time and listen to these guys, man. Ask these questions so people can fix these dogs. We seeing a lot of train wrecks. We seeing a lot of dogs with high rears winning these dog shows. A lot of dogs that show breed type. See, it's confusing to even say because these dogs show breed type, but they are extremely flawed up in other areas. So I don't really know how people could say they show breed type, because breed type to me deals with the overall dog, the whole dog, from the front end to the back end to the way the dog moves. And that's the other thing, the other reason I take a lot of video, because I like to show my dogs moving. My dogs, you see my dogs hitting the flirt pole, spring pole, running sprint, and my dogs are not going and their tongue is not just, you know, choking them half the time. They're trying to catch their wind, you know. So I'm going to come back with a lot of videos. I had to make a quick video before 2016, but I told you guys in 2016, I'm going off. I am going off. I'm going off. A lot of people already don't like me. It doesn't matter to me. I don't know you anyway. But I noticed you've been taking my recipes and you've been taking the stuff I put on my YouTube channel and sharing it as your own. I noticed these things, y'all, so I know you guys are watching. But once again, it's your man, Chris Jones, NoVACAIN Kennels. Quick video ending in 2015. Get ready, get ready, get ready. 2016 is just a few days away, and I'm out.